Hello students, today let us discuss about the equilibrium concentration constant, that is Kc. Equilibrium concentration constant can be obtained from the relation Kc is equal to molar concentrations of the products by molar concentrations of reactants. For any reaction, reactants giving products, molar concentration of products by molar concentration of reactants. Now let us see, if we know Kc for a reaction, given reaction, how to calculate Kc for the reverse reaction, and if the concentrations are doubled or tripled, or if the concentrations are halved, then how to calculate equilibrium constant in an easy manner. Let us see here. This is the equation, first equation, A giving B. For this Kc1, I have denoted this as Kc1. For the first reaction, Kc is equal to molar concentrations of product by reactant. The second equation is the reverse reaction of the first one, B giving A. For this reaction, product is A and reactant is B. So Kc2 is equal to A by B. A by B is nothing but the inverse of Kc1. So it is equal to Kc2 is equal to 1 by Kc1. Right? This is the inverse. So we have to take the inverse of first equilibrium constant. Now the third case is, if the concentrations of reactants and products both are doubled, then what happens? Let it be Kc3, B square, B to the power of number of moles and divided by A to the power of number of moles. B square means B into B divided by A into A, which is nothing but, here we will get Kc1 square. So Kc3 is equal to Kc1 square. Kc1 square. So here, if concentrations are doubled, the equilibrium constant can be calculated by taking square of it, right? Then fourth one is, the concentrations are halved. The concentrations are becoming half in both reactants and products. So what we get is Kc4 is equal to B power half by A power half. That means it is equal to K power half, which is nothing but root of K. K power half, which is equal to under root of K. Right? Next, the fifth one is the reverse reaction of the first one and the concentrations are doubled. Reverse reaction. So reverse reaction, for the reverse reaction, it is the inverse of Kc1, and the concentrations are doubled. So inverse of 1 by Kc1 square. 1 by Kc1 square. This is how we will calculate without knowing the concentrations. If we know the equilibrium constant for the first reaction, we can calculate for the reverse reactions, and if we increase the concentration to the double or decreasing the concentration to half, we can calculate Kc values easily. Now let us see some problems. H2 plus I2 giving 2Hi. For this reaction, Kc is equal to 50. And the second reaction is, the concentrations of reactants and products both are becoming half. Half H2 and half I2 giving 2Hi. 1 mole of Hi. For this, what is Kc value? What is Kc? The concentrations are becoming half. So Kc we know. For the first reaction, Kc is equal to 50. So for the second reaction, as the concentrations are becoming half, it is Kc1, let it be 1, 2 and 3. It is equal to Kc1 to the power of half. So Kc2 is equal to Kc1 to the power of half, means under root of Kc1. So under root of Kc1 is, Kc1 value is given here, so under root of 50. Under root of 50 is equal to, almost equal to 7. It is equal to 7. And for the third one, this is for the second one. For the third one, the concentrations are same, but the reaction is reversed. The reaction is reversed. So Kc3 is equal to inverse of Kc1, 1 by 50. 1 by 50 is equal to 0.02. This is the answer. Like this we have to find out. And the second example is N2 plus O2 giving 2NO. For this reaction Kc is equal to 4 into 10 power minus 4. The second reaction, let it be 1, 2 and 3. For second reaction is the reverse reaction and the concentrations are becoming half. The reverse reaction 2, Kc2 is equal to the inverse of Kc1, that is 1 by 4 into 10 power minus 4, and as the concentrations are becoming half, we have to take the square root of it, right? So it will be 1 by 2 into 10 power 2. 1 by 2 into 10 power 2. And for the third one, 2NO giving N2 plus O2. This is the inverse of this one without root, because the concentrations are same. The concentrations are same. So 1 by 4 into 10 power 4. For the third one, Kc3 is equal to 1 by 4 into 10 power 4, 0.25 into 10 power 4. This is the answer, right? Next, these are some previous JEE mains questions. Here the values are not given, only K1, K2, K3 are given. For these reactions, how to show the relation between the first, second and third reactions, let us see. The first reaction is N2 plus 2O2 giving 2NO2. For this, equilibrium constant is K1. For the second reaction, 2NO2 giving N2 plus 2O2. This is the inverse of the first one. It is K2. It is K2. And NO2 giving half N2 plus O2. This is the reverse of the first reaction and the concentrations are becoming half. It is K3. In the problem, these are given. These are the reactions. What is the correct relation between K1, K2 and K3? K1, K2. What is the relation between K1 and K2? K1 is equal to the reverse. K2 is the inverse of K1. So K1 is equal to 1 by K2. 1 by K2, and the third reaction is the reverse of the first reaction and the concentrations are becoming half. So K3, for K3, if we multiply, if we increase the concentrations to double, then K3 will be equal to K1. So K3 square will be equal to K1. So this is the option for this question. K1 is equal to 1 by K2 is equal to 1 by K3 square. Right? Next, another example is, this is one more interesting question. N2 plus 3H2 giving 2NH3. K1 is the equilibrium constant and N2 plus O2, 2NO, K2 is the equilibrium constant. Formation of water, 1 mole of water from H2 and half O2, K3. Another question is given. The actual question is 2NH3 plus 5 by 2 O2 giving 2NO plus H2O. In the first, second, third reaction, formation of ammonia, formation of nitric oxide and formation of water are given. K1, K2 and K3. In the question, in the problem reaction, ammonia is on the reactant side and nitric oxide and water are on the product side. So K2 and K3 comes in the numerator, and as NH3 is present on the reactant side, it will be the inverse of this reaction. Right? So K1 should be in the denominator. K1 should be in the denominator. So D is the option. Then why we are cubing the K3? Why we are cubing the K3? Because in the third reaction only 1 mole of water is formed. For the formation of 1 mole of water, equilibrium constant is K3. But in the problem question, 3 moles of water is formed. So we have to cube the equilibrium constant of the third reaction. So D is the answer for the problem question. Right? So these are important topics, and more topics to come in this channel. I am going to give you more important topics. More videos will be followed in this. Please subscribe and watch the videos.